All right, so we're going to do our EOG review today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, guys, look at where I'm at on this page. I'm going to go down here to where it says EOG review page, okay? And I want to click on that. Please go ahead and do that. The first assignment, for those of you that are in the class, is this one right here, scientific notation word problems. We are going to do laws of exponents in our interactive notebook, okay? We're going to do some practice with that, and then we're going to do these word problems, okay? I'm going to put the video that I'm recording right now, I'm going to put that video online so you can go back and watch it. And for those of you, this is all this work is due when? Today. So please make sure that the notes that we take, just attach it to this assignment. Take a picture of it and attach it to this assignment and submit for your grade, for your EOG review. And you know, Tyler, I will help you with yours, okay? If you need me to take a picture so that you can put on there, we'll do that, okay? So let's go ahead and pull this up for those of, let's go ahead and pull this up. Okay. And you can write on this if you're at home or if you're at school, you can go ahead and write on this. Okay. And then we can, I'm gonna go to my dot camera. So we can do laws of exponents first, okay? All right, we're gonna do laws of exponents first. Let me make sure I get the right class. This is class third period. Okay, we already did. We did page 15. Okay, and we used the graphic calculator to do multiplication for scientific notation and division and multiplication of scientific notation in our calculator. Okay, so we're going to go through this once more. We're going to do this again. Okay, guys, let's clear our calculator. 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. If we want our answers to be placed in scientific notation, we go to mode. And if I'm moving too fast, just let me know. Go to mode. Then you go over to scientific notation and press enter. This abbreviation, SCI, is scientific notation. So go to second mode, and now you can type numbers in and press enter, and it will automatically convert to scientific notation. Let's try a large number. Let's do this one together, okay? 0.00000, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. And let's do 4, 1. And then press enter, and look at this. Notice how we got E in the calculator. Remember, E in the calculator is times 10. The number after the E is the exponent. So the exponent is a -8. And it's a -8 because remember what we said, if the original number or the number in standard form, which is the original number, is less than 1, then guess what? Our exponent is going to be a negative. All right. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do page 16. Let's write this down. We should be in our interactive notebook. We're doing page 16. Q4 because it's quarter 4, and today's date is 5/13. Okay, slide this over a little bit, y'all. The title of this page is we're going to review laws of exponents. So we got EOG Review 1, and we're doing laws of exponents and scientific notation. Laws of exponents and scientific notation. Please make sure that you focus because you're going to see this. You're going to see problems that are similar to this on your EOG. So I really need you to focus on it because I do want you to do your absolute best, okay? I do want you to do your absolute best. All right, so let's start with exponents first. Number one, we may have a problem that looks exactly like this. We may have a problem similar to this, sorry. We may have 2 to the 3rd power times 2 to the 5th power times 2 to the 3rd power again. Okay, and let's do this right here. Put it in parentheses. When you put it in parentheses, let's raise it to the 2nd power. Okay, let's raise it to the 2nd power. Come on, guys, write this down because you may see a problem very similar to this. All right, so this is how you would solve this. You can do what's in the parentheses first. That's multiplying exponents with like bases. When you multiply exponents with like bases, you add the exponents together. So this is going to be 2. 2 is being multiplied 3 times here, then 5 times here, then 3 times here. So you add these exponents together. That's 3 plus 5 plus 3, and bring everything else down. So when I add this together, I get 3 times the 3. I'm sorry, 3 plus 3 is 6, and then plus the 5 is what? 2 to the what? Very good, 11th power. Bring down the 2. So now here we have a power raised to another power. So what are we going to do with these exponents when you have a power raised to another power? What are you going to do? You multiply them. Very good. So this is 2, 11 times the 2, and that's going to give us a final answer of 2 to the what? What's 11 times 2? 2 to the 22nd power. Okay, any questions about this one? Okay, turn that screen on. Sorry about that, y'all. I wanted to turn my screen on. I don't know why one of my little lovely students changed my name on the thing, and that's so sweet of them. You just gotta love them. Just squeeze them. All right.
Changed your name.
Oh no, they just was up there messing. All right, number 2. Let's see if we can do one that's like this. Just look at it, okay? We have, let's do a different number. Let's do 5. Let's suppose we have 5 to the 7th power, and let's raise that to the 2nd times 5 to the 3rd power, and let's raise this also to the 2nd, okay? Yes, go ahead. And then on the bottom, you have 5 to the 4th times 5 to the 5th. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. All right. Okay, so first things first, let's simplify the top. We have power over power here. What are we going to do to simplify this? We have a power raised to another power. What do we do with these exponents? Very good. Let's multiply. What's 7 times 2? 14. So we got 5 to the 14th power here. Okay, times, what are we going to do with these exponents here? This is another power of a power. Multiply. So that's 3 times 2. What's 3 times 2? 6. Okay, on the bottom, let's look at this. What do we do with the exponents here? We have like bases and we're multiplying. What do we do here? Okay, very good. We're going to add the exponents. So this is going to be 5. We got 4 plus the 5, okay? All right, so here at the top, what are we going to do with these exponents? These bases are alike. What are we going to do with the exponents here? Add them. What's 14 plus 6? Use fingers and toes, count. 20, good. So on the top, this gives us 5 to the 20th. And on the bottom, what's 4 plus 5? 9. So now what do we do when we get here? We subtract. That's 20 minus 9. What's 20 minus 9? Very good. So our final answer is 5 to the 11th. Any questions about that? Okay. Last one. Please go back and look at problems like this. And if you say, Ms. Reyes, I need more help with something like that, then please let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you with problems that are like this, okay? All right. Let's do number 3. Let's suppose that we have, let me use a different number. Let's use 8 this time. We got 8, and let's say 8 to the 4th power, okay? Please, yeah, this part this won't be calculator active. This will be calculated inactive, bless you. Most likely this will be calculated inactive because they want the answers written in exponent form, okay? So you haven't seen me take out my calculator for these 3 problems because most likely this is calculated inactive, okay? So we have, this is times, when you see the parentheses between the two, 8 to the 2nd power, okay? That's on top, all right? Then on the bottom, let's suppose that we have 8 to the 3rd, okay, power, and we're going to raise it to, let's do the 2nd power again, okay? Let's see what we get. All right. Let's make this larger. For kicks. Let's do 10 here, and let's make this larger. Let's do 5. For fun, just for fun, for kicks. All right, let's see what you get on your own. Let's try this. Try this on your own first to see what you get. Okay, use the raise your hand tool if you need more time. Or if you're in the classroom, you can raise your hand, let me know you need more time. Okay, I didn't see anybody's hand go up. I don't know. All right, so what do we do on the top? What are we gonna do on the top? Yes. This is multiplication, but when you're multiplying exponents with like bases, what do you do with the exponents? You do add them. So what does that give you when you add them? 12. Good job, babe. Okay, so now on the bottom, what do we do here on the bottom? Yemelith? What do you do, babe? Couldn't hear you. Say it one more time. Very good. You multiply these exponents. So when you multiply those exponents, Gregory, what does that give you? That gives you 8 to what power? 15. Excellent. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Say again, baby? You subtract. Great job. So you're going to subtract what minus what? The numerator first. That's 12 minus what? 15. Good. Let's get good. That gives you -3. Okay, so how do you make this into a positive exponent? How do you write this final answer? Very good. You have 1 on the top, and what do you put on the bottom? 8 to the what? 3rd power. Great job. And now 3 is positive. Very good, y'all. Okay. Raise your hand if you're still writing this down. Anybody still writing? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna work on word problems with scientific notation. So we did the laws of exponent part. So now we're working on the scientific notation word problems, okay? This is where this is. I'm going to go back and show you, okay? Those of you that need to see, how do I get to there? I'm going to show you once more how we got to there. That, okay? All right, so towards the middle part of the page, you'll see EOG Review. Slide this over. So here, this is what you see. Okay, click on this. Okay, and this is where the scientific notation problems are. Don't forget that you are going to take pictures, okay? You are going to take pictures of this page right here and add it to this document for grade, okay? So click on that, open that up, and now we're going to work on these word problems here. You can use the drawing tool, you can use shapes, there's the eraser. You already know what to do. We've done this a million times. I'm going to go to the dot camera. Zoom in just a little bit because it looks a little small. Okay, that looks better for me. If you can't see it, please let me know at this time before I get started, okay? This we will use the calculator for. This we will use the calculator for, okay? All right, so our calculator, if we clear it, 2nd plus 712. 2nd plus 712. Our answers are going to be written in scientific notation, so I want to show you how to get to how to write your answers in scientific notation using the calculator. You go to mode and switch it from normal to scientific. This is the abbreviation for scientific notation. So go over one and press enter. So now it goes from normal to scientific notation. Go back to the main screen by pressing second mode. That takes you back to the main screen. So now everything that you type in is going to be written in scientific notation. Once you're finished with scientific notation, you need to go back to mode and put it back on normal by pressing enter on normal if you want. Because if not, it's going to keep giving you your answers in scientific notation. So I want to keep it in scientific notation because I'm going to be doing scientific notation word problems. All right, the first one, it says the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second, or about, and it says right here, we got 671 million miles per hour. Okay, so they converted from what is it? From seconds to hours. Okay. How would you express each of these numbers in scientific notation? So we're going to do this first number first in scientific notation, okay? We're going to do that one first. So let's suppose that this is calculator inactive, because remember I told you earlier that if you're just writing a number in scientific notation, it will probably be on the calculator inactive section. So let's write this, write this in scientific notation. I'm going to use this sheet of paper right here to kind of, well, no, some of you are writing in, so let me just try to do this to the side. Okay. Locate the decimal first. If you don't see the decimal, it's automatically behind the last number. We're going to move the decimal behind the first significant digit. Remember, significant digits are numbers that have value. So that means 0 does not hold value. When we read a number, we read from left to right. So the first number we read is this 1. So we're going to move the decimal behind the 1. So count the number of spaces it takes for you to get it behind the 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 5. So you're going to rewrite this as 1.86, and I don't have to write these other zeros. Then I write times 10, automatically write times 10. And my exponent is going to be how many times I moved my decimal. And I moved my decimal 5 times. It's going to be a positive 5 because my original number is a positive number. So my exponent is going to, my original number is greater than 1. Sorry about that, y'all. Since my original number is greater than 1, then my exponent is going to be a positive. All right, so let's look at the second number that they want you to write in scientific notation. 671,000,000. First step again is to locate the decimal. Slide this over a little bit. The decimal, if you don't see it, is behind the last number. Now we're going to move our decimal behind the first significant digit. The first significant digit, as we read from left to right, the first significant digit that holds value is 6. 0 is not significant, okay? But the first digit, when we read from left to right, the first digit we come to that has value is 6. So we're going to move the decimal behind the 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So we're going to rewrite 6.71 times 10 to the 8th power, because that's how many times we moved the decimal. We moved it 8 times. It's a positive 8 because the original number is greater than 1. So these are your two answers for number 1. Any questions about that? Okay, let's look at number 2. Anybody need me to slow it down? All right. The speed of sound depends on the type of medium and the temperature of the medium it is traveling through. Sorry about that. The speed of sound is dry air at 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Is about 763 miles per hour. Rewrite this number in scientific notation. So this number right here, we're rewriting in scientific notation. That's 763, okay? 763. Locate the decimal. The decimal is here. We're going to move it behind the first significant digit. We read numbers from left to right. So the first number we come to that is significant, that holds value from left to right, like you're reading a book, is 7. So we're going to move the decimal behind the 7. So that's 1, 2 times. Okay. So we have to rewrite 7.63, then write times 10. And how many times did you move the decimal? Twice. The original number is greater than 1, so the exponent is a positive. Any questions about that? Yes, baby. Sure, I sure can. Just let me know when you're ready, okay? Did you understand it? Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. Okay, you sure? All right. Okay, so let's move to the next one, number 3. Guys, please don't hesitate to let me know if you need me to slow it down or explain something again, okay? A human heart beats an average of 80 beats per minute. How many beats is this in an hour? So what do you think we're going to have to do? If this is in a minute, then how many would it be in an hour? What do you have to do, you think? You have to times it times 60. Very good. So you're going to say, you're going to do 80, and make sure you write this number in scientific notation. You're going to do 80 times 60. Okay, and we can actually do that in our calculator. 80 times 6, or here, look, it's 2 zeros, and what's 6 times 8? Okay, and guys, the calculator, remember, this is probably still calculator inactive, to be honest. Okay, so let's write this in scientific notation. We locate the decimal, it's right here. We move the decimal behind the first significant digit. So where are we going to move that decimal to? Behind which one of those numbers? 4. Good job. 1, 2, 3. So how do we write this in scientific notation? 4.8. I can't say again, baby. Times 10 to the 3rd power. Okay, very good. Okay, and don't forget, if it's calculator active, you can use the calculator. Okay, and do you see how they have E in the calculator? E is the same as times 10. The number that comes after the E is the exponent. Okay. All right, so let's do this. How many heartbeats in a day? So this is how much it is in an hour. So how do we figure out what it is in a day? Okay, very good. So this is the hour. We take the hour amount and we multiply it times 24. So let's take the hour amount. This is how much it is each hour. And since there are 24 hours in one day, we're going to multiply this number times 24. So let's use our calculator for that one. So we got, let's type this in, parentheses, we got 4.8 times 10, caret key 3, close the parentheses. Please make sure that you are able to type that in correctly, because you'll have to be able to do that part on your own, okay? And now you're going to take that and multiply it times the 24. Okay, so when you multiply that times the 24, remember we already have our calculator in scientific notation. So we press enter, and this is our answer here. So we have 1.152. The E in the calculator is times 10. And the number behind the E is 5. So that's to the positive fifth power. So this is how much it would be in one day. Any questions about that? And guys, I can see, even though this number looks like it's bigger because this number is a 4 and this number is a 1, but you don't look at these numbers. You look at how many times you got to move that decimal. That's going to change your whole place value. You see how you're moving the decimal 5 times here? This number is larger than this one. Okay, so look at the exponents to determine if a number is smaller or larger. Okay, if it's a positive exponent and it's larger, then that means that that's the larger number. Now, if this 5 was a negative, that means the number is going to be extremely small. So it's automatically smaller than a positive 3 if that was the case. So please make sure you look at your exponents to see what numbers are actually smaller and larger. All right, it says about how many heartbeats in a year. So if this is in a day, how do we figure out what it would be in a year? Very good. You're going to multiply this day times 365 days, because that's how many days are in a year. Excellent job, babe. So we take this day amount and we're going to multiply times 365 days, because it's 365 days in a whole year. Okay, so now let's type this in. Okay, we got parentheses 1.152 times 10. Use the caret key to the fifth power. Close the parentheses. So this is that. Okay, now we're going to multiply times 365 days. So times 365 days. Press enter there. And this is what it's going to give me. This is going to give me 4.2048 times 10. Sometimes they'll round it off here, and that's fine. You choose the best answer, okay? Times 10, that's that E in the calculator. And the number that's behind E is the exponent. So the exponent is going to be 7. So this is how much it is in a year. In a year. Okay. Then it says about how many heartbeats is this in 80 years? What are we going to do to figure out 80 years now? Okay, very good. We're going to take this amount right here. This is in 1 year. And we're going to multiply it times 80 years. So this is how many heartbeats in 1 year. And we're going to take that amount and multiply it times 80 years. Okay, so let's type this in and multiply it times 80. Okay, so we got parentheses 4.2048 times 10. caret key 7, okay? Close the parentheses. So we wrote this, type that in. Now we're going to multiply times the 80, okay? So let's go times 80, 80 years. Sorry about that, y'all. Press enter, and this is the amount for 80 years. So we have 3.36384, and again, they may round this number off, okay? They have E in the calculator. E in the calculator is the same as saying times 10, and the number behind the E is the exponent. So that's to the 9th power. So this is how many heartbeats in 80 years. Okay. Any questions about that? Yes, baby? Can you hear me? You can't hear, we can't hear you at all, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You need me to bring it down some? Just need me to pause for a minute? Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetie. Anybody else? All right, so let's look at this. It says number 4, the average person blinks 15 to 20 times per minute. How many times does the average person blink in an hour? Okay, so what do we do to put the answer in scientific notation? Okay, we're going to multiply times 60. So the average person blinks 15 to 20 times per hour. So let's do both of them, okay? Because it's saying they want it in scientific notation, so I'm going to use that. All right, so let's do 15 first. So we got 15 in a minute. So we're going to say 15 times 60, because it's 60 minutes in an hour. So let's do that first. So look, 15 times 60, and that's 9 that's 9 times 10 to the 2nd power. So you can put 9.0 if you want, times 10 to the 2nd power. That's what this is. Or you could just put 9 times 10 to the 2nd. Same thing. You don't have to put the 0.0. All right. 2 or dash. We're going to put 2 instead of the dash. So we got this 2, and let's just do the 20 now. So we got 20 times 60, because this is, this is per minute, and it's 60 minutes in an hour. So we multiply that together, that's 2 zeros. What's 6 times 2? 12. Okay. So to write this in scientific notation, you move the decimal over 1, 2, 3 times. So this is going to be 1.2 times 10 to the 3rd power. Okay. Any questions? Wait a minute. Did I do that right? Oh, it's just 1 0. Oh, Jesus. It's just 1 0. I put, is it 1 0 or 2? Did I do that right? It's 2 zeros. Okay. All right. Did I do that right though? Let me make sure I did it right. So you got 20 times 60. Okay, yeah, that's done right. And then let me do 15 times 60. Yeah, nope, did it right. All right, cool beans. Okay, so now it says, how many times does a person blink in 16 hours? So how do you figure that out? What do you have to do that? Very good. So you're going to do each of these times 16. So we got 9 point, and we're going to multiply this times 16, okay? And then we're going to multiply the second one. Oops. And I said 12. I mean 16. I'm going crazy. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So we're going to multiply those times 16. All right. So now this is what I want you to do on your own. I want you to finish this problem up, finish 5 and 6, and then submit this assignment. Okay. These are the only ones you have to do on your own. I want you to finish this up on your own and submit this assignment. Any questions, comments, or concerns? And this is your first EOG review, guys, okay? And we're just going to keep doing EOG reviews daily. Please make sure that you bring a graphic calculator. If you're at home, please make sure you have a graphic calculator. This is what it's going to look like. So if you haven't downloaded it, please make sure that you download it, okay? Yes, baby. Yes, please finish up the sheet. Please do 5 and 6. Please complete the sheet and then submit. Do not forget to take a picture of the notes that we did today and submit it with this assignment as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Are there any questions before I do that? All right, please go back and watch this video if you need to. I'm going to stop recording.